So for those of you who don't know, I'm a musician, not the Broadway rock and roll type, more of a classical one. My music's taught me a lot of things over the years, but the most important one is that there's always someone better, so you have to work harder. Growing up, music and competition were hand in hand for me. I strived to be the best constantly. So when I found a competition that had both of those concepts together, I was all in. All-State Orchestra. It was an audition-only competition to rank the best high school musicians in the state, and I had just made it past the first cut. But that's where the story goes south. It was my sophomore year of high school, and I had just arrived to the second round of auditions. I was confident that I had this in the bag. I mean, in my district, I've been top for years. I was ranked high at my school. I just assumed that everything was going to be great. The cockiness right there is what caused the downfall of the rest of this story. After auditions, they ushered all of us back into a room. Everyone had chairs. There were little placards on the chairs. You were supposed to go around and find your placard. From there, that'd be your seat for the rest of the weekend for the competition. Well, me, being the arrogant little twerp that I was at 14, 15 years old, just assumed I would have made first chair with flying colors and beaten everyone else. So I saunter right on up to the front, and what do you know? My name's not there, or in second chair, or in third. So now, I just think someone's playing a joke on me, and I look around, can't really figure out what's happening. So, dejectedly, I start to wander further and further from the front. And there it is, 10th chair, 2 from the end. I end up finding my name. My stomach dropped. I was so disappointed and upset, I just thought I had been played. It was horrifying. At the end of that day, we had one-on-ones with our orchestra director from back home. So I went to meet with him and immediately began a tirade about how horrible this was, about how they're unfair to me, and all of this nonsense. He proceeds to sit and listen and smile occasionally, which I think is working for me, but clearly he has other ideas. As soon as I finish, he looks at me deadpan and says one sentence. Did you really give it everything you've got, or did you just assume that you would be the best here? And in that moment, like a lightning bolt, it hit me. I just assumed based on my reputation of what I was back home in the county I'm from, I could have whatever I wanted and be the best. Apparently that wasn't the fact. The rest of that weekend, I thought long and hard about what he meant. Following that year, I went back. I worked so hard, my fingers bled while I practiced. Not a very pretty image, but trust me, it happened. I pushed and pushed and pushed to make sure I knew all of my music, I had everything down pat, and once I got there, I got second chair. I was the highest ranked student my school had ever produced for All-State Orchestra. And it taught me that no matter how good you think you are, you have to keep working because someone out there will come in and sweep the rug out from under you. And as much of a cliche as this sounds, you always have to strive for the best.